Here is today's tea tasting, dark roast Tieguanyin. It says Angzai Oolong tea, and here's what it looks like. I've already had this twice. Took it on vacation because I've had Tieguanyin before and I knew I'd like it, and I love it. Wonderful leaves. Here is the color of the brew after a 20-second steep. I always start at 20 seconds and then go up from there. Leaves. So here's the company, Red Blossom Tea Company. This was my first time ordering from them, and so far all the teas I've tried I like. After the second steep, it's not quite as pale. The leaves are opening up, so it's kind of more of a yellow. So I wanted to share with you some of the fully steeped leaves and maybe pull some out so you can see what they look like. It seems like it could even unfurl more. We have had many steeps out of this tea. So you can kind of see better what the leaves look like. Here are my tasting notes for this dark roast Tieguanyin. And I said see my notes from Tieguanyin from Masters of Adagio for details, because I've already done all my learning about it and I can just look at those notes and not repeat it. I really ended up with a lot more notes than I thought I would. So you see it's spelt like this, but it's also spelt like this, and it's also known as the Iron Goddess of Mercy. This is from the Red Bloom Tea Company. Today's date, August 21, 2021. This is an oolong. Now this came from the Red Blossom emails, and if you're not registered for their emails, I would suggest you get them, because they actually do a lot of education in there, and they actually have a lot of videos on YouTube that they share, and they do a really good job at it. I liked this, and I went ahead and put it in, even though this was on an email for a different type of tea. I like the way so many of the teas when I'm doing tasting notes are from Fujian province in China, and so I liked how this highlighted it. I felt like I needed to go make an Excel sheet to compare where all the locations are, and here we go. Got them right here. So it shows Fudding County here, white tea and jasmine. I'm probably not saying these right. Zhongxi County, green and black tea. The Wuji Mountains, which is rock oolongs and black tea. Now I've definitely learned I like those, are here at this one, but this Angxi County is all the way down here. But you remember, this province is only a small part of China, so you'll have to look up where that is. I haven't done it before, but I've done it enough times. It's some in some of my other notes. I put some graphics in here for processing, but those came from these notes that I got from the website. It's 30% oxidized, so it's actually a fairly green tea. They first bruise the leaves in a bamboo drum, and then they allow them to rest and gradually wither. And then down here, we're going to skip a little bit. They do a loose roll and roast. You can read that a little bit more in detail. They say a honeyed character, which I did get the honey. Roasted almonds, which I didn't get almonds, but I did get nuts. And toffee notes. Now, toffee to me is something I didn't get. Maybe I just don't know how to identify it. It's not a flavor I really like. I kind of think of that as a caramel. Toffee and caramel almost the same, and I don't dislike caramel, but I'm not like crazy about it. But I didn't pick up on it. The website says 6 grams of tea leaves in a yixing or stoneware teapot. Mine broke. Don't have a stoneware teapot. Except for, I suppose, my Gaiwan is kind of a stoneware, and I did 5 grams. 205 is boiling, which I'm surprised about that because usually for something so lowly oxidized, you would lower your temperature. But I did do boiling, and it worked out great. Now, at Red Tea Blossom, they have this red label collection, and this tea is in that collection. And they say that their red label collection are their finest and rarest teas, produced in extremely limited amounts and selected for its balance, complexity, and finish. So those are like the best teas on their website. It's expensive, but then again, it's not. And I don't always share with my hubby exactly how much I spend on tea, but when we analyzed it, he agreed that it was the same thing. You think $20 and you're like, oh no, that's so expensive. I can't get it, but it's oh so worth it because it's such a good tea. And so they sell the packages in 2 ounces. And so 2 ounces is equal to 56.699 grams. I just kind of did some rounding. 5 grams is 11 steeps. So 11 times 5 is 55. So you're going to get at least 11 steeps out of this, or 11 sessions. And if you divide that $20 by 11, you get like 1.09. I didn't calculate that. My husband did that in his head. Hopefully it's accurate. And so it comes to about $1.09 per steeping session. That is much cheaper than a cup of tea or coffee at Starbucks, and you get just the 1 cup, or in a vending machine or anywhere else pre-prepared. And I get a lot of steeps out of my 5 grams. I can steep all day. This tea just keeps going and going and going and going. I can't even guess how many steeps I've had in my Gaiwan, and we're still drinking it. So we were both drinking it. I know I went through 2 pots of water. I don't know how much water is in my kettle, but and I'm on my 3rd, and so we were both drinking it. So you can imagine 53 cents a piece, and we've had a lot of tea and a lot of relaxing going on. It's well worth the money. So this came from another email. I didn't find it on the website, so definitely sign up for their emails. They have 4 types of Tieguanyin on their website, and you see them here. And I got the dark roasted because I know I would love dark roasted. So I'm likely not to buy the light roasted or the daily. I think the other one that I got from Masters at Adagio that I tasted first, it was not as roasted because I got different tasting notes. So I got more of a cream with it, so it was probably maybe the light. And but I do want to try this aged one from 1986. I'm gonna have to go place another order. But this is continuing from their email down here. It says the dark roasted is an exceptional example of traditional Tieguanyin. The light showcases the current production trend in Anzi County. So there's a trend, I guess, toward the lighter. Sorry, I'm going to keep getting that dark roast. I love the dark roast. The daily is somewhere between the light and the dark. And the aged, it provides a time capsule, they say, from 40 years ago, and I really want to try that one. The aroma Mostly earthy. They're kind of backwards here, and then nutty. So earthy is the roasted that comes through first. And then I wasn't sure what nut, and this was before I read their website tasting notes, and I had guessed walnut, and I read their almond suggestion on their website, and I still couldn't get it. Hubby said it tastes like coffee. That's because he loves coffee and he loves roasted coffee. He loves dark roasted coffee. So that's what he identified with it. I put yellow at first, like in this photo here, it was pale, but then it got more yellow as the leaves opened up. This was the surprising part, body. Um, with a light color like that, you just think it's going to have a light body. No, this had a full body, and I don't rate many teas with full bodies, and we both agreed on that. And we both agreed it was a smooth astringency, very smooth, and the roast comes through strong in the taste, and I really like the roast, so that's great for me. And as I said, it's not the same as the first one that I had, which I had buttery, and I didn't get any buttery with this one, but I did get that vague hint of walnut and sweet honey, which is really funny because I went back to look at my first notes on the other one, and I thought it was walnut then too. Just a little bit of sweet honey, vague. It's all very vague. It's funny how my hubby and I have been doing this together long enough now. We agree on a lot of things, and he too said the finish was juicy and mouth-watering, and the roast flavor is there in the finish as well. So I always think a tea is high quality when it goes from the aroma to taste to finish, and it's the same. With each drink, the finish in the throat kind of compounds and becomes a little stronger, but it's still mostly mouth-watering. I gave it 5 hearts. This is one of those teas that you can just sit and relax with and watch it slowly unfurl and steep it all day. And even hubby was getting really relaxed. And I said, well, how come you're so relaxed when it has caffeine in it? And he said, it has caffeine in it? Because caffeine wouldn't relax you, it'd wake you up. But this tea just makes us feel good. And in fact, I kind of am craving it. I wake up in the morning and I want to get it out to drink it.